Hello, everyone. It's the Alchemical Crafter here. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going in high speed mode because I told you in my last episode that I was only halfway through my September pages and October was in 2 pages. Well, here it is. It's October, and I am just putting I finished up my September pages and I just threw them all into the next two videos, this one and the next one. So that's the reason it's all in fast forward motion. But I will be jumping in from time to time to explain what I'm doing, because I was telling a story as I was doing these, but I can't play it normal because that would take hours. And I don't have hours to show you. Nobody wants to sit and watch hours and hours. So I've thrown 3 videos into this one, and I throw 3 videos into my next one. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm going to get back to my normal pace here once I get everything caught back up. But and next year I won't have a problem with this because I have different plans for next year. But I just wanted to complete this year with my journals in the same format that I was doing the my first 2 journals. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, just wanted to let you know that. My first page that I'm doing, or set of pages, because there's those little mini pages in the middle, is for the Harvest Festival in the Fey Forest. So the Alchemist is going to go visit a bunch of these vendors in the festival. There's many, many vendors. I'm only going to show you a handful, the ones that the alchemists are really interested in. And this first one is kind of a little knick-knack shop, a little this and that, with a vendor. And just watch me create the page, and I will be back shortly. So I thought I'd jump in here and let you know that pocket there was made from my snippet roll that I made with dryer sheets, and I have a different video on how to make that, in case any of you were wondering what that was. And this here was a little wooden puzzle that I bought that made a 3D flower. But the packaging, as you can see, is so beautiful. I couldn't throw it away, so I'm using part of it here to create part of a tag for this pocket. And that's the first vendor right there. Isn't she lovely? She's so cute. All of these ephemera pieces that you see here, including the little creature there, they all come from one of the three books that I have been using throughout this journal. You won't always see me cut them out because not the best at fussy cutting, and it takes me several tries, and it's just I find it to be a boring process. So you'll see me do some fussy cutting, but not very much. And so I just want to let you know that that's where most of these come from. But here in a second, you're going to see me create. I thought I needed more leaves than just that one, so I'm creating two more. And this is just a cut off piece of another project I did where I was creating some mushrooms. And I think those are watercolors that I put on the page. And I just wanted something very grungy that looked mushroom, had a mushroom vibe so that I could use that in this journal. It was made specifically for this journal. And so I thought I'd make some little leaves from it. And that's exactly what I did. So you're going to see me do this to a lot of the back side of the tags in my journals because I'm not really the biggest fan of white, just plain white. I do like seeing just different flowing colors in there. So I just needed something to break off the monotony of the white. And this stencil was part of a packet of the very first stencils I ever purchased. They were just there were like 60 of them, I think, and tons of just different flowers and leaves and things like that. And I hardly ever use them. Well, I finally realized that they're the perfect size just to add little accents to my little tags. And so you're going to see me use them a lot more. And I really love the effect that they have on this. So I'm not the best with the crocodile yet. That's the tool you saw me use to put the hole punch in there. Um, but I'm trying to use it more so I can get better at using it. And this is that linen piece is just a break off of a journal that I've done in the past. I thought it might be of this journal, and it may be from the front. But anyway, those are when you're just trying to rip off the edges to get that torn edge look. Well, the part that you tear off is great for the little tags. Sometimes I'll do some sewing on them, and sometimes not. But that's all that is. And for the next vendor, we have an owl, and I was thinking, what would owls sell? And well, owls are known to be wise, so I decided she would be a little book vendor. She would sell books and scrolls and things of that nature. And so the owl is all about that. And I think I just love having the animals be the vendors because you're in the Fae, and in the Fae, you know, things are different on in an enchanted forest than they are in a normal forest, and the animals talk and speak, and all kinds of things can happen. So I think this is my favorite backside of a card that I've done in this journal so far. Of course, I'm biased because purple is my favorite color. And I was just blending these two colors together with the green in the background. I just love how all those colors go together. And just the accent of the flowers with these little stencils. I just think it's beautiful and I love it. So this is the third vendor. You'll see when I flip the card back over. I think it's a badger. I'm not really good with the names of the creatures, but she or he, who knows, uh, or that they sell flowers. That's all they sell. And then they only sell purple flowers. They just love the color purple. So maybe they're a little bit of me inside. And so she's got all kinds of barrels of flowers to sell, and they're just growing all up and around her stall that she has there. And she even's going to be selling some kind of elixirs with those flowers. And this is me just trying to get rid of that line because the pocket goes below the line, and I don't like seeing the lines. So I'm just creating a little more intrigue on the page than seeing just that because lines kind of they break the flow, I guess, and I don't like seeing that. And you're going to see me here later on fix the one part of the break on the other page because I noticed it in the end. I'm like, nope, that's got to go. So I decided the background of this page was too boring, even though it was a gel print. It was just too boring for what I wanted on it. So I thought I'd add a few trees to the background. And the one on the left, I really didn't even need to do because it's going to get covered almost completely up. But you never know, so I just added it, and we'll see how much of it gets covered up. But I'm pretty sure it gets completely covered up. And this is just another little background piece. But this page is about adding the fair coordinator. So I found another spot to put those little fairies that I love, which is a completely different packet. It's not, she's not in one of the three booklets that I'll link. She's from another, uh, I got her on Etsy. There was a packet of fairies, woodland fairies or something like that on Etsy, and I'm going to try and link that. I think I did find it, so I'll be able to link that below too. But she's part of a completely different pack of just a bunch of different fairies that look absolutely gorgeous. But when I put her here on the page, I noticed that the background tree on the right side lined up with the tree that I have on the page. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to keep that half of the picture still there and try to make those blend together. and I mostly achieve that effect. Um, I will come in the end and cover up um, a spot with a butterfly because it just wasn't flowing enough for me. And but with the butterfly there, I think it flowed perfectly. And so this is the coordinator for the fair, and she is all about that. And she's going to have a scepter that she I guess it's just kind of to signify her importance in the fair. And I'm going to put that on the left hand side, and so you'll see that here in a minute. So the fair's over, and it's the day after the fair, and the alchemist decided she is not ready to go home yet. So she decides to go further into this enchanted forest to see what new adventures she can find. She's never really been beyond the fair. She's never had a need to go. But there's always new adventures to be had, and she's always up for a challenge. So she just takes a path not before taken and starts walking down it. And she sees this beautiful stream, and she follows it for a while, and she comes across this little cottage. And she's like, what a cute little quaint cottage. And then after that, she just keeps on walking. and she'll see a pond, and on the other side of this pond, she sees a gnome and his grandchild fishing, and she thinks, "What a beautiful moment." And she decides not to disturb them, and she walks on her way. But I thought I would just represent that part of her journey on this page, and I thought it was such a peaceful moment. And that's what this page is about. So that is more of my snippet roll. I just love it because it's pre-decorated and I don't have to do much to it. I do end up doing stuff to this, but I like that I don't have to. And that um leaf you see right there, I used one of my little stencils. Uh, in another video that I did, I was experimenting with alcohol inks and stencils, and I created this. It didn't go very well, but I still could see the pattern. And so I decided to cut that pattern out and put it on the backside of this page. And I just thought it'd be a nice little accent piece on the background. And there's the gnome and his grandchild. I just such a peaceful picture. I just wanted to make a complete serene picture here, and I just loved it. And here I saw this was in one of the packets. It was one of two circles that kind of looked like moons. Um, and I decided it's not really it's gonna blend into the background. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try and shine it up. So this is me embossing it with clear embossing powder. This is me putting on the embossing um, liquid to make the powder stick to it. And you'll see me put the embossing powder on it, and then I will add it to the page after that. So I needed some tags to put in this pocket that I created, and I was like, "What should I put on these tags?" And I remembered I had these pre-made tags. They were very flimsy though, so I had to put backing on them. And then I noticed on one of them, or two of them there, they had creatures on them. I was like, "Well, I'll just add more creatures to this." So what kind of creatures would be near a pond? And so I decided to add a dragonfly. And on the other one, I searched and searched for something similar without making it a butterfly or something that I already had. And I couldn't find anything. So I ended up adding a bird because, birds are everywhere. Uh, but I didn't, they ended up being too many. I made four of them here and I only ended up putting two into the pockets, but I have two more that I can use later on in the journal at some point or in another journal. So the alchemist left the pond of serenity behind and went on her merry way down the forest path. And as she was walking along, she noticed that the forest trees were thinning out and they were getting smaller and less and less. And in their place were these mushrooms that kept thickening. Where the trees were gone, the mushrooms remained. And the mushrooms were growing larger and larger and larger until they were so tall. They were taller than the tallest trees she had ever seen. And as she entered the thickest part of this forest, she was met by three butterflies. And those butterflies were very friendly and greeted her and asked her for help because the forest was under a curse of some sorts. And although the mushrooms were no threat to them, they did miss the trees because the trees brought the shade, which brought the flowers, and they missed the flowers so much. And so I think that's what this page is going to be about because I really wanted to do this mushroom forest and I have so many butterflies. I thought how cute that these butterflies would be in this path. And although there's four in this picture, you're only going to see three in the end. Um, but as she walked through this forest, the butterflies followed her. But every time she looked at them, they looked different. But there were always only just three. So I'm getting ready to make a tag for this pocket. And this little flower here was a stamp that I created with those little lino stamp things. I've not done a video on that because it was the first time I'd ever done that. It's one of my actual drawings, which I just was very unfamiliar with the whole process and I just wanted to do it without stress because those lino things are not cheap. And so I just wanted to enjoy the time on my own. But I will be using these stamps more and more. I did it. It was so much easier than I thought it would be. So if you're even thinking about trying that out, watch some videos on that. There's several on YouTube and go for it because I love that it's my stamp. It was my creation and I just love that. Um but so this card that you see me, you don't see the creation of it because I'm at this point I'm just starting to pull from my stash because it's just a quicker way of doing things because I'm trying to get these journals done. So that was another project, another video that I've done in the past that I created again for this journal. But when I get this tag done, um, I realized it didn't match the page at all. It was just the wrong sh shade of orange. But I did love it. It didn't match the page at all. Uh, the tag at the top, I'm just looking for different things. I like things being different. And this was just some kind of mesh thing that came on I think it was some kind of electronics that had wires that it was protecting inside of it. And I was like, I'm going to keep that. I can eventually use it. And I've been holding on to it for like 6 months. But I was like, okay, we're going to try it finally. And I absolutely love that I did because I love the look that it gave. So you will not see I'm going to eventually pull this out and put another, uh, little journaling space in this pocket because I was not happy with this. But these will probably show up later on in the journal when I find a page that they can go on. And you'll see there, those are the other stamps that I created. So the butterflies brought her to this huge stump in the ground. It was so big, it looked like a table size or larger than that. And the alchemist sat down on this stump and pulled out all of her supplies and started to create some kind of concoction, an elixir of some sort. And when she was done, she said a little prayer and she poured this liquid concoction onto the stump. And when she did that, she stepped away and out sprouted the spirit of the forest and grew this huge, enormous tree. And when that happened, the alchemist spread some seeds around the base and some flowers started to grow. And yeah, so I think the alchemist brought life back to the forest. It wasn't just mushrooms, and the butterflies were very happy. The mushrooms remain because the mushrooms, again, there's nothing wrong with them, but they just weren't enough for the butterflies to thrive on. So I think that's my story for this page. And the butterflies thanked her and went on their merry way. So I have been trying to use this piece of cloth for several pages now, and it just wasn't working. It is definitely was part of the journal cover for this, and I really wanted to use it in this journal because I wasn't sure that it would be able to be used in any future journals, any future soon to be journals. And so I decided I thought it worked perfectly on that page or that tag, I should say. So I hope you enjoyed my fast forward version of my storytelling. If you prefer this, I can keep doing it this way. Uh, Otherwise, I'm just going to do it until I catch up, and then I'll go back to my normal format. But I really hope you enjoy the storytelling. If you don't, again, you can tell me, and I can minimize it. But I just think it adds so much to a journal that they blend together and they tell a story no matter what the story is. And I think I'm going to do this going forward, whether let you guys in on the story or not. But I do thank you so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you had a great time. I definitely had a great time making it, and I will see you next time.